most characters, Arsene doesn't care how heavy you are. He will just kill you.
True.
So there are matchups where I think Nahan, the Joker, has beaten Leon before, and a couple other Jokers have as well. It's not that. I think it's a button shot right now. No, they're just playing.
They're just playing.
Never mind. They're just mashing in the air.
But the big thing here always is, like, do you have the the precision to play this character the way you need to beat Bowser, right? So, like, right there, had he just waited just a split second, because he actually got Arsene at the perfect time. He could have spiked, waited, spiked again, but he got antsy.
I don't know about knocking. I think he just up or drag down there on Bowser for a while. I mean, it combos down throw forward air.
Is up throw better in that situation, just because he's a big body?
So Bowser gets competent. Most characters actually in this game just do up throw into drag down, up throw, drag down, up throw, drag down, and then go for the down throw quarter, and you'll get like 50 to 60 with a drag. And you don't see that many Jokers do it because it is kind of hard to time. You also have to read the eye. But if you do it well, it is very consistent and it does a crap load of damage. You hear the counter coming up.
Good recovery though.
Yeah.
Like, that was the right move, but very good recovery by Snore, which is to be expected, right? The Snore. Here's the scary percentage that you're talking about, because now we're sitting at Joker without Arsene. Woo!
Oh, that was
trying to get a kill here. This is going to be kind of difficult.
It's one of those things where, like, even though the matchup is probably +1 Joker, arguably even +2, it's one of those things where, like, in reality, it's probably not. Because you have to land those consistently. And while he does it there, you have to hit those every time Bowser's above, like, 150 or 140 maybe, and you don't have Arsene. And if you don't do that every time, you can't.
Right. Agreed. But, I mean, if oh, they need to change the name, but if Scoop is consistently doing raindrops, especially at those percentages, then, I mean, you can expect good things there.
One thing is that he has Arsene here. Oh, that burns like a third of the meter. The problem here is that you have to get the hit on Snore, and while that's relatively easy in terms of the matchup, Snore's very good at playing defensively, and if he doesn't want to get hit, he will just have his movement and play very well around his shield, just not get hit for a while.
Right.
You already see Arsene gone.
I was about to say, the scary thing about this for Scoop is that was going to be his last Arsene. Unless he gets some kind of crazy Rebels guard, he's not getting another one.
One thing, I mean, the thing is, if you do read one of the bio-breaths, the neutral use for Bowser, you get your entire meter instantly.
Right.
But it's one of those things where it gets risky because if you mistime it, then you take 40 from that.
Right. But, well, I mean, that's kind of true of the entire matchup because Bowser hits so hard, regardless of what he's doing, you're going to get a ton of Arsene meter. It's just, are you ballsy enough to go for it?
I don't know about taking him to a small battlefield. I feel like what he has to do more in this matchup is play really defensively and play a lot more around punishing Bowser's pretty high end lag on most moves. Because even though he was doing things like running in, and even though his combos were fine, he needs to find more openings without getting punished himself, because if he's just trading 50-50 with Bowser for a hit, he's going to lose. Right?
Agreed.
So he has to play a little bit more safe.
I agree with that. I think, though, his plan is, like, one, probably...
just like the first game.
There we go. One is probably just, comfort pick, but then the other part is a lot of Jokers like having condensed stages so they can just kind of stay on top of you.
Yeah.
So, like, I get what he's wanting to go with there, but you're right. Like, it can get scary.
I like the idea. That might have been stock, actually.
But see, I bet you he's a little bit mixed up though because of that recovery. From game one, where he swerved out. So he's probably a little bit nervous to try to do counter off stage.
I mean, Bowser's recovery is not good, but it is one that you can mix up pretty hard. And so unless you are very ready to read the actual recovery length, it's pretty hard to edge guard consistently. And you just take so much damage. I mean, he's already at 46, and while he has Arsene right now, if he gets hit like 1 or 2 times, the entire meter's gone.
Right.
So stuff like that F smashes.
He's going to have to get... and it's gone up. Not quite gone after this, but it's about to be.
It's going to be gone by the time he's on the stage, yeah. That's really tough.
Yeah.
This one's looking relatively out of reach. It's still Joker, Joker is bullshit, so there's a high chance he can just rob him in stock.
Right, but he's going to have to do it with probably only getting...
That was so smart. That was so smart. I am ridiculous. Okay, so he knew that because he had to get up on the platform, everybody's going to shield there because he didn't expect a shield break, right? So he preemptively did the downbeat for the second he'd have the shield up, and that's the stock. Because actually, about the shield break is a guaranteed kill because you have enough time with Flame Breath and then F